Hi, I'm James Bedford. We're here at Cisco Live 2014 in San Francisco, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Cisco Live. Now, what's fantastic about this event is an annual opportunity for our customers and partners to sharpen their skills, grow their knowledge, and of course, knowledge is power, and network with their peers. Every year, we make the event bigger and better for our customers and partners by the introduction of new programs featuring education. A few years ago, we introduced the IT management program, and this year we have 563 IT managers on site. I'm now being joined by Lance Perry and Guillermo. Have I said that correct?
How about you just say G?
G, the G-man.
Good idea.
G Diaz, and we're going to be talking about the IT management program. So Lance, straight to you, what is the IT management program?
Well, first of all, great, thanks for having us. The IT Managers program has been around refurbished for the last 5 years. And what we do is we invite managers from across all of IT, or folks that want to get into management, and we go across topics that they want to hear about. We also have a customer advisory board from those customers who help form the agenda. And it's been going on now for 5 years. We started out with about 100 folks, and now we're over 550.
Brilliant.
It's absolutely.
G, what can people expect to get out of the 4-day IT management program?
Well, like Lance said, we've actually evolved the program over the last 5 years, and what we do is every year we get feedback. This year we're really looking at, we started with what is the future of IT? Where are we heading with IT? But more importantly, how do we take what we're hearing in these keynotes, ACI, intercloud, collaboration, and what are we doing inside of Cisco IT? How do we translate that into real life production capabilities and systems and business outcomes? So we're actually sharing with the audience, with our peers in the industry, what we're doing inside of Cisco IT, and we also take lessons learned from them. So there's a two-way dialogue there. But we also have heard is not only are we looking at technologies, but we also want to grow our careers. Because in IT management, what it is you have aspiring CIOs. You have folks that are coming out of engineering and are looking for, how do I get into leadership? Now, that might be management or it might be technical leadership. So we really get into conversations about how you grow your career as well. So we get a lot out of that.
Absolutely.
That was so exciting. So people come here, they learn, they get educated, and they walk away almost with a direction of how to grow their career. And we send them back to their own companies more powerful than ever before with the knowledge that they've learned. What type of feedback are the IT managers giving to
Oh my goodness.
Lance, tell me.
So I'm telling you, we're walking around at breaks and every single person has come up and said this has been the best ITM they've ever attended. And the ones that have attended for the first time have said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to apply what I learned here.
That's good, that's really good to hear.
Just taking it and running with it, it's awesome.
We have a CAB, a customer advisory board, and what we heard from them, especially one very vocal one, he said, I pay for 2 events a year for me and my team. This is one of them, and IT management program is the reason and the way that I actually go back to my organization and plan for my next fiscal year. So I take the concepts and what Cisco's really telling us here, not only from the technologies, but where are we going in the vision, so I can start planning out my roadmaps. And it's very powerful.
And the great thing about this too, G, is the way that you build relationship with these customers, they last forever.
Of course.
We're friends with them. I mean, I'm going out to see Carl in Arkansas, I'm going out to fish in San Antonio with the USAA group. I mean, it's not just about all work too. You become friends with these folks, and they help us
Just
too.
don't go hunting.
Yeah,
with
no,
these guys, okay?
If I go hunting, I want it to be with G, and he has to go in front of me.
You guys are so much fun. So great feedback from our customers attending the IT management program, and that's always really good to hear because we need the customer feedback to enable ourselves to change and evolve programs to make sure they are successful. So we've grown from 100 people 5 years ago to now over 500. What are the growth plans? Where do you see us in the next 5 years when we'll be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Cisco Live?
Yeah, we've struggled with this because every year it keeps sort of growing more and more, and at some point we want to make sure that it still stays sort of intimate.
Of course.
Right? Because that room is pretty big now. So we want to make sure that the topics are very meaty and that we're hitting the mark with and we're still intimate. Now what we have done over the years is we have now breakout sessions where we actually break out into specific topics such as how to actually build application-centric infrastructure, or how to move toward a service-oriented organization, or things of that nature. So we've done some breakouts, but we're still working on what's that next growth path. Do we want to go to 600 or
keep it a nice intimate audience, of course. What challenges are IT managers facing right now in the industry that we're addressing?
Well, a lot of the same challenges that we've been facing for the last 40 years in IT. They're just, the speed of everything is so much greater now. So there's a ton of pressure. I say, how many of you, your budgets are going up? And you see a few hands, right? So most have budget challenges while they're expected to drive the Internet of Everything, put in a smart network, do all these great things with a shrinking budget. So what we're able to do is show how with our solutions and processes you implement, you could drive your costs down. The important thing about that, because that's just the cost of entry, is to take those savings and drive them into new innovation. So G was talking about how we have like a multifaceted agenda, not only about leadership, but a lot around innovation and how they could change and bring business value into their companies.
Innovation, agility, automation, some amazing buzzwords coming out of Cisco Live this week. And John Chambers said that companies need to reinvent themselves and be innovative, or they're going to be left behind. So it sounds like the IT management program, you're equipping these IT managers to go back to their organizations ready to be innovative and to reinvent their
And actually
businesses.
our theme is connect, adapt, and innovate. So we want to make sure that we're leaving them with the capabilities, because, by the way, we are them in our company.
Of course.
We're their peers. So we're having that kind of conversation. So how do we connect and send a message for how we as technologists connect with the business to drive business outcomes, how we make sure that we're staying ahead in terms of being more adaptive, being more agile, and drive faster time to capability, and we do that in a more innovative way than we ever have. And that doesn't mean just technology, but how we work with the business in a whole different way, how we make them part of the process for moving our business forward.
Hey G, do you think I can get away with saying innovative?
Innovative.
Innovative, I think, no, I'm innovative, right? I'm sorry about that. You sound so much more intelligent when you say it that way too,
So we say innovative, he's like innovative.
Innovative, the British accent
That's
there. Yes, of course, I am from across the pond. You had noticed for the accent.
Well, I'm from the other side of the tracks, so we're about even, right? So.
This has been my most favorite interview all week. Thank
Ours
you so
too.
much.
Thank you.
Before we go though,
Yes, sir.
What is your badge or your button? I'm so British, my bad.
Thank you.
What's your
Thank
button
you so
all
much
about?
for bringing that up. This is a C mark. It's Cisco Men Advocating Real Change. So we're trying to really drive diversity within the company.
Brilliant.
And key male executives are part of this board. It's led by Casey Wu, and she's one of my favorite executives, as well as Rich Goldberg. And it's about trying to drive the amount of diversity we have in the company. First, we're starting with female population and trying to drive that up. I think you had mentioned we went from a low percentage, we doubled our percentage.
We doubled our percentage of females this year attending Cisco
So,
Live.
but it's still too low.
Still too low. So next year we want to double it again.
I want more females sitting here to interview.
That's right.
Yeah,
As
there you
IT
go.
managers and vice presidents.
Absolutely.
But they have to be as fun as Lance.
They
and I,
have to be
right?
as fun as you. And they have to wear bright clothing like Lance.
There you go.
That's right.
Lance is dressed apart.
That's why I'm not looking that way.
Wrap up and go.
I love this guy.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
G-Man,
All right.
Lance. I'm James Bedford. Thank you so much for joining us here at Cisco Live 2014 in San Francisco. These guys are great.
And I'm
We'll see you
Guillermo
soon.
Diaz. Goodbye.
The most interesting man in the world.
So long.